Television Network. This is the noon news from Montana's news leader.
Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us to end your week. I'm Aja Goare. Our top story this half hour, police in Las Vegas are still trying to figure out why a 64-year-old man with no history of violence carried out a massacre Saturday. CBS's Mola Lange has the latest on the investigation.
58 white crosses now line the Las Vegas Strip, a tribute to the concert goers killed during Stephen Paddock's deadly rampage. The crosses will remain in place for 40 days.
These are people that have lives. They have families that are now without them, and it just makes you appreciate the value of each moment.
Investigators are working to reconstruct Paddock's life in the days and months before the shooting, hoping to understand why he did it. CBS News has learned the shooter's longtime girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, told the FBI that she was concerned about his mental stability. Some security analysts believe she knows more than she's revealing.
She's giving little pieces of information at a time. I think she's really afraid to tell the truth. She's not being forthright because she's afraid she may get into trouble.
Paddock picked Vegas for his attack, but he reportedly had other targets in mind, including venues in Chicago and Boston.
With that in mind, police will be patrolling the hillsides near the Rose Bowl tonight while 60,000 music fans watch a Coldplay concert.
We always worry about a copycat type of situation, no matter what incident occurs.
Security measures are also being finalized for outdoor events in Memphis and Austin, Texas, where fans are being offered a refund if they have security concerns. Mola Lange, CBS News, Las Vegas.
Thousands gathered in Las Vegas last night to honor one of the victims killed, Officer Charleston Hartfield. Here in Montana, flames have ripped through the former Sweetgrass County High School in Big Timber. These photos posted to the Big Timber Buzz Facebook page this morning show the building engulfed in flames. The Big Timber Fire Department was on scene throughout the morning to keep the blaze from spreading to nearby structures. There's still no official word on the cause of the fire. This building has sat empty for more than 30 years. It was built in 1905. A pair of teenagers in Anaconda face charges for allegedly threatening to carry out a school shooting. Police say the threats were made on the social media app Snapchat. The 17-year-old male and 14-year-old female suspects will be charged with felony intimidation. A staff member at the high school called police Thursday after seeing the threats, and a temporary lockdown was put in place. The teens, who were not in school at the time, were found and questioned. They do remain in custody today. A former Montana State University instructor is accused of embezzling more than $21,000 from the university. Stephen Jenkins, a former instructor at MSU's Western Transportation Institute, is charged with felony embezzlement. The reports were made last year after another MSU employee noticed Jenkins taught about 18 unauthorized classes in 2014 using MSU time and money. Jenkins allegedly failed to give MSU any of the revenue for those classes. Jenkins also allegedly misused university grant money. Crow Agency residents are still without clean water this morning after test results came back inconclusive. Vandals caused more than $1 million in damages to the tribe's water treatment facility. The suspects broke into the facility Wednesday and shot at computers, a tank of chlorine, and equipment, destroying technology responsible for treating the tribe's water. Crucial water data was also destroyed in that process. For now, residents must use bottled water until the plant is back online. Authorities have not said if a suspect is still in custody. Tribal officials do expect to receive a second round of results sometime today. Tropical storm Nate has already claimed at least 22 lives, and forecasters expect the storm to grow before it hits the U.S. this weekend. CBS's Seth Lemon has more.
Tropical storm Nate is swirling and strengthening after drenching Central America with up to 20 inches of rain. And the National Hurricane Center predicts Nate is headed toward the Gulf Coast next.
The way it looks, we're going to probably have to pack it up a little early.
Forecasters expect Nate to strengthen over the Caribbean Sea and possibly hit the Gulf Coast near New Orleans this weekend as a hurricane. Residents in Louisiana, where the governor has already declared a state of emergency, are stocking up on supplies. Coastal areas have been ordered to evacuate. 1,300 National Guard troops are mobilizing, and officials are warning people to prepare.
if you're going to shelter in place, which we assume most people will, you need to prepare for outages that could last up to 7 days.
FEMA says because hurricanes are tricky, it's monitoring the storm from several locations: Texas, Miami, Atlanta, and from its headquarters here in D.C.
If this storm slows down, there's a greater chance it's going to go a little bit further to the east.
Right now, to the citizens of New Orleans, there is no reason to panic, but there is reason to prepare.
Officials hope if the storm hits New Orleans, it moves quickly so pumps aren't overwhelmed with problems. Seth Lemon for CBS News, Washington.
Another threat, Tropical Storm Ramon, dissipated in the Pacific. We turn now to our own weather scene, and Ed McIntosh, you tell us that we have a lot of wind today, but it's not connected to that
That's
hurricane.
right. Yeah, and it's going to get even stronger in the next couple of days, Asia, especially today. It's right through the central portion of Montana. A lot of the wind gusts hitting already 43 miles an hour, the latest in Cut Bank. And you see all of that down towards Livingston and even into the Cody foothills. So central portion of the state getting it now, but as we spread the winds out tomorrow, a cold front will be sinking across the region, and we'll be looking for widespread winds to pick up to maybe 15 to 30 miles an hour across much of the region during the day tomorrow, and that could mean wind gusts of 30 to up to 65 miles an hour, especially down the east slopes tomorrow. That could mean problems for travel and then also down power lines and tree limbs. We'll talk more about that with the forecast coming up.
Thanks, Ed. We'll take a closer look. Montana Senator Jon Tester reporting another $1.2 million raised for his 2018 re-election campaign, and he has plenty more in the bank. Tester, a Democrat, has $5.4 million in his campaign account, more than a year before the election. Tester, who is running for a third consecutive term in the U.S. Senate, says 91% of his contributions have been $100 or less. So far, at least 4 Republicans are in the race for the GOP nomination to challenge Tester next year. Governor Bullock may get some help from the legislature to fill the state's $227 million budget hole. But first, he must decide some substantial budget cuts on his own. Lawmakers on a key budget panel acknowledged Thursday the legislature likely will have to meet in a special session to legislate new revenue options. But the Legislative Finance Committee recommends the governor first order budget cuts with the least impact on most vulnerable citizens and local property taxes. Key lawmakers say the rest of the budget hole could be filled by some budget transfers or temporary tax hikes. It's an approach that has fixed budget issues in the past. People in Cascade County are weighing in on 3,000-acre food processing facility proposed for land southeast of Great Falls. The Madison Food Park would include a multi-species food processing plant for cattle, pigs, and chickens, as well as facilities to process milk and cheese products. A distillery for the grain needed for Montana-branded spirits would also be included. The operation would also allow for large-scale packaging, transportation, and distribution. Supporters of the project say it would provide more competition as well as reduce freight costs for local producers, all of which helps the livestock industry grow.
Great Falls in this Golden Triangle, we thrive on agriculture. It's our bread and butter, and this works right in with us. More people to buy our product, the better, and it just helps agriculture in general.
But some residents worry the park will have a high turnover rate, create traffic and odor issues, and hurt property values. The plan is expected to create about 3,000 jobs, and some residents say that influx of workers would take a toll on local community resources. Now, up to 85 supporting jobs would be created in surrounding communities. Still ahead on the noon news, the death toll continues to rise in Puerto Rico 2 weeks after the hurricane hit. More on how aid isn't making it to those in need. But first, Ed has our own windy weather forecast. Stay with us.
You're watching